Hey guys! So in my video that I put up a while back, where I asked you guys to challenge me for my 200 subs, one of you challenged me to make a video about my favorite video game characters and why they were my favorite video game characters. This was 01 Freddy Krueger, and I said that I had been planning to do that already, and I didn't really see it as a challenge. It was more like a request, because I was like, that's not hard. But actually, it is a challenge, because when I was trying to write down my favorite characters, I was like, it's like asking you to choose who's your favorite kid. Like, it's just so hard. Especially when you're trying to, like, number them. Like, you're number 1 and your number from, like, 1 to 10, it's, like, impossible. I like him, but then I was like, but I like him just as much. So it was hard, so it was a challenge. But I'm finally gonna do it. This is my favorite video game characters, and I actually set this up a little different. I'm not just gonna say, like, these are my favorite characters, and this is why. I actually put them all in categories, because I really couldn't do it without putting them in categories. I have 7 categories. These are the ones that stand out the most to me. So here we go. These are my favorite video game characters, and the first category is my favorite antagonist, or main bad guy in a game. That has to go to GLaDOS from Portal. She is my favorite bad guy in a video game. The reason why is because she's just hilarious. She's so funny. I don't think I've ever laughed so much with a character. She has some of the greatest lines ever. Like, just lines that constantly make you go, oh my god, I want that line, like, plastered on my face. She was in Portal 1 and Portal 2. And if you haven't played those games, you should. Like, I would almost recommend you to play them just to hear the things that she says. She's so funny. And she's a robot. Like, it's brilliant. Next category is my favorite duo. Like, pair. And that is Marcus and Dom from Gears of War. I love those two guys. And you can't really separate them. You just can't. They're like your right hand and your left hand. You just can't separate Marcus and Dom. If you were to ask me who I like better, Marcus or Dom, it's hard, because sometimes I'm like, oh, Dom. But then I'm like, God, I really love Marcus too, though. It's hard for me to separate those two. So that's why I had to do that category for my favorite duo, and that was Marcus and Dom. The reason why I love them so much is because of the friendship they have. I mean, it's just so strong, and they're just like brothers. Like, they've been through so much. They know that they could count on each other for anything to survive. So it's just awesome to play Gears of War and hear them talking and what they talk about and messing around and all that. It just makes you love them. Next is my favorite character concept. And by this I mean the characters that I just thought the idea of the character, like the background of the character, the personality, the story, was brilliant. And for this one I have 3. First of all, I love Justice from Dragon Age Awakening. When I was playing Awakening and I saw what Justice was, who he was, I was like, this is a brilliant idea for a character. For those of you that haven't played the game and want to know who I'm talking about, Justice, if you've played Dragon Age 2, you'll remember that Justice was mentioned. Justice was part of Anders. He was the spirit that was in Anders. Justice came out for the first time in Awakening, Dragon Age Awakening. And who he is he's a spirit from the Fade, which is like, you know, your dead world where people go when they're dead. And there's spirits and there's people's souls that die. But spirits are just there. They just exist. They're kind of like demons, like the opposite of demons. And the spirits, they represent the virtues of people. So Justice is the spirit of justice. There's also valor, the spirit of valor, that type of stuff. So Justice was a spirit in the Fade. And things happen in that storyline. Things happen, and you go into the Fade and blah blah blah, and you get out. You end up getting out of the Fade through this huge magic spell, and Justice gets sucked out of the Fade as well. Like, not just you and your party, but Justice does too. A character that was dead, another Grey Warden that you had been looking for, but you found dead, Kristoff, was in the real world. Like, his body was there. And when you guys came out of the Fade and Justice came with you, he possessed Kristoff's body without wanting to. Like, it's not like he wanted to. It's just, since he was a spirit, he couldn't just be floating around, so he possessed the first body that was there, and that was Kristoff. So I love that concept. And he's this spirit that has never known anything of the real world. So he is walking around in this corpse, and he looks like a corpse. And he's actually rotting. And they ask him, like, what are you going to do once Kristoff's body is rotten? Like, it's just, you're a pile of bones. What are you going to do? And he really doesn't know. He doesn't want to think about it. He starts to realize what it is to be alive, to be in the real world, to be in a body. Even if it is dead, he has the memories of Kristoff. So he's just like, this is amazing. And it's just, I love that concept. Another character is, and I'm not putting these in any order, these three, but I love the idea of Legion. Legion from Mass Effect 2. I mean, he's a Geth. He joins you. He's not one of the heretics. He explains that to you. He's got your N7 armor, a piece of it on. It's just so awesome. I love Legion because of his story. It's just like, oh, that is so cool. Also, another one from Dragon Age Awakening is Nathaniel. I love Nathaniel. Nathaniel Howe. If you guys played Dragon Age Origins and you didn't play as a human noble, I think Nathaniel wouldn't have been extremely interesting. He just would have been like this other dude with daddy issues. If you played as a human noble, there was a huge story there. Like, it was like, ooh, juicy drama. Now, if you don't want spoilers, if you haven't played Awakening, or if you haven't played Origins, you probably won't want to hear this, because I'm going to go into who Nathaniel is and the relationship he has with the human noble from Origins. So Nathaniel is the son of Arl Rendon Howe, and an Arl is like kind of like I guess you could say like a duke of an area, and Rendon Howe killed your parents in the human noble origin. He betrayed your father and killed your parents. So throughout the game, you want revenge. Like, you want Rendon Howe's head. You don't care how. That was retarded. And towards the end, you do get to kill him. You kill Rendon Howe and you get your revenge. And then in Awakening, Nathaniel comes out. And when you guys see each other, you're like, your dad killed my parents. And he's just like, you killed my father. So it's this drama that is just so cool to me. Because he has to join you and you're just like, kind of like, oh. You know, you've got this rage inside you and you don't want to work with a Howe. The Hows, woohoos, and the whats, if you guys remember that. You end up working with him, and later, throughout Awakening, you guys actually get really close. Like, Nathaniel starts to see how his father had changed and how he went crazy, and he was like, that was wrong, you know? He was someone else. He turned into someone else. And you guys actually become, you know, good friends. And it's just awesome to see that transition, especially with the baggage that you guys are carrying when it comes to your parents. Next is the characters I love just because they're awesome. The first one is Garrus. I love Garrus. Garrus is definitely on my favorite character list. The reason why I love him is just because he's so freaking awesome. I love everything about him. Another one is Walter Beck. I've told you guys this before from Fable 3. He was a lot like a father figure to the character in Fable 3. And you really grew to feel that way. Like, he was he was your mentor, and you really loved Walter, and he really demonstrated how much he cared for you. So he was awesome. Another character is Duncan from Dragon Age Origins. Duncan was such a cool character. I loved Duncan. I mean, who doesn't love Duncan? Spoiler alert, spoiler alert. When Duncan died, oh my god, I was like, no! Oh, because he was, again, like a father figure, another father figure that you're just like, and you didn't even know him for that long, but you just grew to see him as your mentor, like he's been there forever. Characters that I love because of their humor, Ogren, of course. You just know that you're gonna crack up with anything that comes out of his mouth. This is another pair. I can't separate these two either, but I love them because of how funny they are, and they're just awesome. Is Baird and Cole from Gears of War. They're funny. They're so funny. Especially when you put them together. I mean, they're almost always together, but they're just super funny, and I love them. Especially Cole. Oh my god. Cole's hilarious. Wow. My favorite main character, John Marston from Red Dead Redemption. He was just such an interesting character for me. I wanted to constantly know more about him. Last but not least, my favorite Nintendo characters. Now, these characters I just love because these are the characters that I grew up with. They're just, they're part of me. And that's Luigi. He's always been my favorite character when it comes to Mario. I've always loved Luigi. So whenever we're playing like a Mario game where you could choose who you want to be, I always have to be Luigi. Like, no buts about it. Like, Luigi is mine. And if someone else chooses Luigi, I'm like, oh, hells no. So I'm always Luigi. Another one that I love is Kirby. Oh, I love Kirby. Kirby is just so awesome. And Link from Zelda. So those are my favorite video game characters. I probably forgot a few because there's just so many characters that I love from so many games that I'm probably not thinking of. I'm just thinking of the games that are coming to my mind are my favorite games. I know there's probably more games out there that I've played in the past that I'm just not remembering. But those are my characters and why I love them so much. If you guys haven't seen the video that I put out, this was one of my first videos that I put out. It was, I wasn't talking in it. It was just like a little music video of my favorite characters. If you haven't seen it, check it out. That's the one. But yeah, those are my favorite characters. I'd love to hear characters that you guys love or grew up with and why or anything like that, so feel free to comment. And thanks 01 Freddy Krueger for challenging me to make this video. I consider them all my favorite characters. I can't say I like this one better than this one. No, I like all of them for different reasons. So I guess I'll talk to you guys later.